KTVU's Brooks Giroux joining us now and continuing our team coverage with reaction to the senator's death. Brooks.
Well, tears, sadness, mourning for those who knew her and those who watched her career span decades. There's no shortage of condolences and for messages of what she stood for. Let's take a look at a couple of them right now. President Joe Biden weighing in, calling her a pioneering American. Serving in the Senate together for more than 15 years, I had a front row seat to what Dianne was able to accomplish. She was tough, sharp, always prepared, never pulled a punch, but she was also a kind and loyal friend. Nancy Pelosi, the former Speaker of the House, saying, heartbroken to learn the passing of my dear friend. Her indomitable leadership made a magnificent difference in our national security and personal safety, the health of our people and our planet, and the strength of our democracy. California Governor Gavin Newsom saying, she was a powerful, trailblazing U.S. Senator, an early voice for gun control, a leader in the times of tragedy and chaos. But to me, she was a dear friend, a lifelong mentor, and a role model, not only for me, but for my wife and daughters. And finally, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton saying she was deeply saddened by her passing, but saying that Dianne blazed trails for women in politics and found a life's calling in public service. I'll miss her greatly as a friend and colleague and send my condolences to all who loved her. No doubt a very somber day over on Capitol Hill.
We look at that desk and we know what we have lost.
A towering figure and a staple in the U.S. Senate, a place Dianne Feinstein will forever be known and remembered.
It is with profound sadness that we bid farewell to my dear friend, colleague, an outright champion for the state of California, Senator Dianne Feinstein.
With her daughter Catherine in the gallery, senators one by one honored Feinstein from both sides of the aisle.
Her ability to bridge divides and find that consensus, especially on the thorniest of issues, was a testament to her dedication to the principles of our democracy.
Dianne was a trailblazer in her beloved home state of California, and our entire nation are better for her dogged advocacy and diligent service.
Her service started decades earlier in San Francisco, a leader during the AIDS epidemic through times of tragedy and unafraid to break down barriers.
When I think of her, I think of her steely presence. I mean, she was her own person and no one was going to push her around.
San Francisco was in her bones. She never truly stopped being mayor of San Francisco. She cared so deeply about this city, no matter how powerful she was in Washington.
In the Senate, she was an early voice for gun control, the key to passing a federal assault weapons ban.
She guided me every step of the way, and her strength and her integrity strengthened all of us who were fighting that uphill fight.
A mentor and inspiration to her colleagues and friends, opening the door for women to walk through.
She paved the way for so many of us to be who we are and to show up as women and to continue to fight.
25 women in the Senate now stand on Feinstein's shoulders, but it's also her less-known skills that highlight her creativity, care, and generosity, gifting her paintings.
Every time I would pass by, I would look at it and think about how talented Dianne was in so many different areas. I treasure this painting.
Just as those who knew Feinstein describe her as a treasure, 90 years young.
She had so many amazing, wonderful qualities, wrapped up in one incredible human being.
May she rest in peace, and may her legacy continue to inspire us all.
And above all, her friends and colleagues say she loved this country. And just yesterday, she was on the floor of the Senate voting on a bill in hopes of avoiding a government shutdown.
Yeah, you know, Brooks, it's so interesting hearing all of her colleagues there talking about her professional career and so many people talking about that long career, but those people also really talking about what seemed like a very personal relationship with her as well.
Well, there are so many of those stories that came out today. I never even knew she was a painter, as we saw there, but several people, including Barbara Lee, said she received a painting. And then one of the other senators got up and said it was those little things that she would do. For example, one of the senators complimented her on a purse. And 2 days later, that senator received a purse from Dianne Feinstein, the same exact one, just as a kind gesture. So that just goes to show you the type of person she was. She listened, she cared, and she will be missed.
Yeah, those little details really help build those friendships. Thank you so much, Brooks.